Hello and welcome to another one of our tutorials. Today I'll be showing you how to set up your own WordPress site. Basically what we'll be doing first is downloading and installing XAMPP. Then we're going to go ahead and configure a MySQL database. Then download and install WordPress, and then we'll go ahead and talk about some of the features. So I'll open up a browser here. Go ahead and we type in XAMPP. This will take us to the Apache Friends website. You can scroll down here, click on XAMPP for Windows, scroll down to Download section, click on XAMPP, and then go ahead and download the installer. The next thing we'll want to do is we'll go ahead and type in WordPress. Now when you get to the WordPress site, they have a button right here to download WordPress. So we'll go ahead and do that as well. And now that we have everything downloaded, looking in the downloads folder, we'll go ahead and run XAMPP. Now here you'll get a message that will tell you to turn off user account control on your system. Lets you know that it can have some problems if it's not turned off. Now this is up to you if you want to turn this off, because it is a security risk. It basically allows you to run everything as administrator without prompting you. But if you do want to turn it off, you can just go down to Start, type in user account control or UAC, and it'll show up here in the search, and you'll have the option to turn it off. So we'll go ahead and just hit OK here, and then we'll click Next. Now the destination folder, XAMPP automatically installs to the root of C. So we'll go ahead and hit Next, and then we would tell it to install Apache and a MySQL service. Now, okay, looks like the wizard is finished. We'll go ahead and click Finish here. This will run some post batch files here, just starting up Apache service, the other services on here. Now it'll ask you if we want to launch the control panel. You can hit yes. This right here is the control panel. Basically allows you to stop and start the various services that XAMPP can install, and then it also allows you to administer them. So if we go ahead and click on admin for Apache, it'll bring up this page here. Just go ahead and choose the language that fits you best. And the first thing I usually like to do is click on security here. Now on this page, basically it'll let you know over here on the right hand side what the status of these are. If you want to fix any of the MySQL, PHP, MyAdmin security issues, just click this link here. So what we can do is we'll just go ahead and type in a password. Now by default there won't be a password on here, it'll be blank. So you won't have to worry about knowing what the current password is. And we'll just go ahead and change this here. Okay, so the password's now been changed. And what we'll want to do is we'll go ahead, I'm going to use this program called MySQL Workbench. This isn't necessary, but it definitely makes managing databases very easy with MySQL, especially if you're new to databases. So if you want to download this, you can just type in MySQL Workbench and download it from their site. Basically once it opens up here, you'll have your databases. You probably have none. So what we'll do is we'll right click in this area, we'll choose Create Schema, and we'll just call it a WordPress site. Then we'll go ahead and click Apply and Apply. Then we'll click Finish. Okay, so now we have WordPress site here on the left hand side, and the next step that we have to do is we're going to go ahead and take WordPress, and we're going to go open up Explorer, go back to C, and there's our XAMPP folder. Now the main folder, there's a lot in here that we're going to pay attention to, is this one right here, htdocs. So this is the folder that we want to pay attention to. We're going to go ahead and grab WordPress and drop that folder right in there. And then we're going to go ahead and open up another browser. And you'll browse to localhost/WordPress. Okay, so this is the beginning of the setup. This is letting us know that we don't have a configuration file, so we'll tell it to create a configuration file. And then we click Next. Okay, so the database name that we set up, that was what we set up here in Workbench, was WordPress_site. So we'll do WordPress_site. And the username is going to be root. This is the username to your MySQL database, not to the site. I'll set up the password here. And localhost is the database. You can leave the table prefix as it is. Go ahead and click Submit. And then it says we're ready to run the install. So we'll go ahead and click on that. It'll ask us what we want to have here. We'll go ahead and just type in demo site. And we can leave that as admin. We'll just make a generic password. And a generic email. Okay, then we're all set. Go ahead and click on Login. We have admin. Go ahead and type admin. And then this takes you to your dashboard. Now, up here at the top where it says demo site, this is just the name of the site. Whatever site you give it, it will have your site's name. You can right click on that and just choose open in a new tab. And this is actually what the website's going to look like. So we're on it right now. And then this is basically your control panel. This is where you manage the entire site. So I'm going to go over a couple of things here just to get you started, and then we're all set. So most of you are probably going to want to change your theme from this generic theme that are here. The really cool thing about WordPress is you can look at themes, widgets, all sorts of plugins. You can do that from within WordPress right here and then install them. You don't have to go anywhere. So if we go ahead and click on themes, up here at the top there's two tabs. You can go ahead and click on install themes, and then you could type something business, and then you'll see all sorts of themes show up here. So if you want to add one of these themes, it's really simple. You can just go ahead and click on install. Scroll down, click on install now. And there we go. It went ahead and downloaded it. We'll go ahead and activate it. Go back to this page here, click refresh, and look. Now we have a completely different looking site. It's very simple. Now, as far as creating posts, it's all pretty much laid out really straightforward. You can go ahead and click on add new post. You can say this is a test post. And then set it to publish. Now if we go back to our demo site, you'll see it right here. Now we have a test post. You can click on it and there's information and stuff here. So that's basically how you set up a post. Now the same thing for widgets or plugins. These are going to be able to perform all sorts of actions. You can go ahead and click on add new, and then you can go in here, and when you want to install or find out about a plugin, you can click on details. This is going to give you the information. Sometimes they'll offer screenshots and all sorts of information like that. If you do decide that you want to install it, you can click on install now. It'll ask you to confirm, and then once it's finished here, you can go ahead and click on activate plugin. Then what you'll notice is that typically stuff's either going to show up here like this one did under settings, or it'll actually have its own little tab like this that you can click on. So that basically takes care of that. Other than that, your site is good to go.